friends, it's Hal, Quail Studios Guitar. Let's work on Billy Joel's Piano Man. Let's get right to it. What's nice about working on a piece of music like this is that there's a lot of things that you can do with it. Now the piano is much different than the guitar. It's got a bigger range, you can play more notes on it than you can on the guitar. You're limited to 6 notes on the guitar. On the piano there's lots of different stuff that you can do. But the guitar does have advantages that the piano does not, like you can do vibrato, right? You can't do that on guitar. So with every instrument, there's positives and negatives. So let's just talk about what we can do with this. First of all, let's go over the chords. So Billy Joel, he's playing it in the key of C, and he sings it something like this. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. In. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. And then you hear the harmonica come in. Da 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 da. Yes, our son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes. So what did I do there? Well, I was actually singing in falsetto because I'm not really warmed up to sing that G note full voice. And so I just sang it an octave higher. And I don't know how many people can do that. Billy Joel's got a great voice. He's trained. He plays piano really well. He sings really well. So you can opt to just sing it low. Son, can you play me a memory? Sure how it goes. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a little low in my voice, especially this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a capo and I'm going to put it on the 3rd fret. And what this does, this puts the guitar in a higher key. And gets my voice out of the basement. But it's difficult then for me to sing an octave higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing the first part of the verse and the second part of the verse on the same note. So it will sound something like this. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. Right? And then when I do, he says, son, can you play me a memory? Really sure how it goes. So that's how I'm going to do it because I feel more comfortable that way. All right, let's take the capo off and I'm going to show you everything without the capo. So here's the chords. C chord, regular C chord, C with a B bass. What I do is I pick this 3rd finger up off of the A string. I take my 2nd finger and I put it up to the A string 2nd fret. Led Zeppelin plays this chord sometimes. So what we've got is we've got 1st finger on the 1st fret B string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret A string. I let that D be open, so it's really not a C with a B bass. We call it a C with a B bass, but it's like an add 2. And then we go to F with an A bass. Okay, well that's just an F chord like this with an A on the bottom, going to a C with a G bass. The way I do this is I take this 3rd finger. Now you could put your pinky on that C note right there and play it like that if you want to. I think it's a little easier just to take the C chord, take that 3rd finger and put it up on the 3rd fret E string, which is a G note, and mute that A string. Sounds like that. And then we go to F, and then C with an E bass. Just a regular C, and then you play that E. And then we go to a D7, and then to a G. That's the first phrase. So what happens is that in the recording, you hear that harmonica. Da, 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 da. Now, if you're singing by yourself, if you're playing by yourself, you could just do that. You could just sing along with it. La, da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Then we do the same thing again. Da, 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 da. Now we don't go to a D7 this time. After the F, we go right back to G. Da, da, da. Now we do something. Da. On the piano, he plays this little melody thing. Ba, 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 whatever it is. But these are the chords. It's really a C chord, and then it's an F with a C bass. So what I'm doing is I'm playing an F chord. My pinky is where my ring finger normally is, and I keep that C right there. So I've got my third finger on the A string, 3rd fret, my 4th finger, or my pinky, on the D string, my 2nd finger on the G string, 2nd fret. I've got my 1st finger on the B string and E string, 1st fret. I'm barring that across, so that's my F with the C bass. And then we go up to this G with a C bass, like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing the C note. This is the 1st finger, A string, 3rd fret. I'm playing the 5th fret on the D string. So that's like a C5, but that's a G note. And then we got another G there, the open G, and then we have the B note. So this G and this B make a G chord, and then we have the C and another G. So it goes, and then F with a C bass, and then the G with a C bass. I don't play the E string. And then I got back to F here, and I do that. And what we do here is we play the F chord, and I don't play all the notes. I guess you can. Right? But I don't usually do that. I usually just play the D string and the G string. Now, why do we do all of these inversions? You might be wondering. You know, why do I play C with a B bass, F with an A bass, C with a G bass? Right? Why do we do all that? That's because of the bass line. We want that bass line. So we want those bass lines. So the reason we're playing all of these inversions is that we want to get that bass line. Right? Then the second phrase, this is the intro. So this is what it sounds like when you put the chords with it. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday, and the regular crowd shuffles in. And an old man, there's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his is tonic and gin. Let's stop right there and we'll go to the next video. Thanks for being here, by the way. Come over and see us at Patreon and get special things over there.